Hey everybody, today I got a project. Normally, I don't do any soldering or anything like that, but I know these are pretty easy fixes. I started playing Animal Forest E plus for the Japanese region, and I use Swiss to boot that to on this system. And I started playing, and I realized the time wasn't changing. So what's happening is the battery is clearly dead in this for the real-time clock, and I don't know how it does it, but it just keeps saving the last moment that we used it. So if it was 7:40 at night and we shut it off, the game, that's where it stays. And I have proven that by going into the clock inside of this. So I don't know what they've got in there. Maybe it's just that the battery is so low, it's not keeping time anymore. It's just holding whatever current time. So it's kind of weird, but I know that's probably what's going on. So we're going to swap the battery out. And I mean, a lot of people might be a little fearful of getting into this, but this is a really easy thing to do. So if you've got, this is the 101. I've got a 001 also with the digital port. I might be getting those reversed, but that one's still fine, which is funny because that's an older one and the battery's still holding up in that, and it's probably, I'd imagine 3-4 years older. I don't know when they changed them out. I can't quite recall. Yeah, that just slides off. So there you go. Piece of cake. We'll set that to the side for now. Yeah, I'm in my kitchen. This is where I solder stuff because I don't do it often. I do it right on the stovetop because it's perfect. I'm not going to burn anything on the stovetop. So I just clear that off and use it. It might be a little grungy because, I mean, we do cook food, so, But this is a great place where you're not going to worry about burning anything. So once you get that, you've got to go in and there's those security bit screws down in here. And they're a bit of a reach. I don't know which size it is, so let me try both. Yeah, it's this one. So I'm not sure exactly what size this is. It used to say on them, but I got a kit one time. That way I can get into NES games and other things. But this kit takes care of just about everything Nintendo does, these two. But there's 4 screws. You remove those. So I think once we do this, we flip it over. Yeah, you can see right on the back of that, a 101. What was nice about buying this one is it came with some games too, if I'm not, misremembering. But so once this is off, there's just a couple of clips on here. Like I said, I'm using a cloth under here just so I don't scuff this all up. But there's a couple of clips you just got to pull off. And then there will be, they're not on there snug at all. And it slides right out. And then all you have left is this little thing right here to pull out. And it slides right out. There's no, like some of them have a little snap that'll snap it in place, but this one just slides right out. Now, so I can move this off to the side also. I'll set it right over here. I'll set it on top of the lid. And then you can see the battery's right inside of there. It's just soldered in. So that's going to work perfectly with one of these. And you just got to take these 2 screws out here now. But this is super easy. I just wish that Nintendo would have had the foresight to use like computers do and just have a little slot where you can pop the battery in and out. It would have made it so much less of a hassle. Let's listen to this while we're here. Listen to a little BLM while we're doing it. Not playing music, so I shouldn't get a hit on this. This is the Great Rock and Roll Station from Maine.
I beg your pardon. Shuttlecock. I can say that on the radio.
There you go. There you go, folks.
It is the little projectile that you hit back and forth and back.
Little switch there.
We didn't call it a shuttlecock when I was growing up.
So now I'm going to heat up my soldering iron.
Shuttlecock right here that might make Grandma raise her eyebrow is the clean and jerk. I'm sorry, the what? Clean and jerk. What sport is that? That's in weightlifting.
There we go. You just put a little pressure on that and pull on it and you got it out. Easy as that. So now the only thing you got to make sure of is that you put it back in the right way.
That's what she said.
And if you're not sure, you can see that's positive. So positive's on this outside, and that'll be negative. So on here, it's really hard to see, but it's positive, negative. So we got positive and negative right there. Now the trouble is getting that back in. Sometimes these things don't line up the same as the original, so put that one in pretty good. So I'll heat this up and keep a little pressure down here because I'll probably want to push it in to seat it a little more. And there we go. I can put it all back together and we can test it. Figure I'll check the ventilation out in here. This isn't dirty at all. It's pretty amazing how clean this is considering how old it is. And this might be the trickiest part, is just getting that back in, but if you look from the bottom, that blue part on there works very well. Whoops, I forgot to screw in the other part. The front panel. I can actually do that while that ribbon's still on there. It's not going to hurt anything. Slide the top back on, that's the lid latch, yeah. But pretty simple to do, even when you don't have all the tools you need. Now obviously everything's easier when you use the right things, like a nice soldering gun and using flux and all that stuff, but it's not impossible. All right, let's see, we need this one. Okay. These front two are a little snug feeling, but they're done. All right, we'll put the Game Boy Advance player back on, lining up that right into that slot there, putting some pressure, and then twisting. Also ignore the cat fur. We got a long-haired cat. She is a great cat, but she sure gets fur everywhere. She is shedding morning, noon, and night. I am constantly cleaning up and vacuuming after her. I do half or probably a third of the vacuuming and cleaning if it wasn't for that cat. There we go. All back together, all ready to use, and now my Animal Crossing or Animal Forest should work properly because the clock's set. So when I boot it up, I'm going to have to set that time, and then it'll start counting properly. So there we go.